building a workflow that will check the availability on your calendar. So the purpose is for to use the voice agent. So let's say in retail, we if you go to ads tools section, you can see we have different built-in tool. But if you see, we have check calendar availability on cal.com. That's mean for Google Calendar or for GHL calendar we can't use this. So that's why we are building a manual workflow that will check the availability in your calendar. So if I show you, let's say I said it, let's run it first. So if you can see, it will check the availability in the calendar, and now it can see, great, thanks, yeah, we can do tomorrow. That means the tomorrow time available. So let's see step by step how it basically works. So in the webhook response, we got a date and time which is saying that now 2026, 6 month and 30. This is the date, and this is the time which is 15. That means it's I'm asking about 3 p.m. And now we have some format like this is for the zone. And now you can see in the next date, this is not important. If you go here, but before that, if you go to get slot section, and you can see we are giving us the start date and the end date, and we are using a GHL to book a calendar. So if you go in this section, you can see we have a code here that basically purpose is to convert the date time, which is we have, if I show you here, is to convert the state time into a start time and the end time, because we need a start date and we need a start end date. So for that we are that's why we are converting it into a start date which is like 15/3, and the end time would be 30. That means this is a 30-minute slots. So now we have start date and time. Now we need to get the slot from the GHL, and we need to use, if you're using GHL, then you need to use this URL from the GHL docs, and the method would be get, and you need to provide calendars, then you need to provide the calendar ID, and then the free slot URL. Now in the query parameter, you need to provide the start name, and you need to convert the start date and time into timestamp format, because they only accept that. And for this, for example, if you use start to use start date and time from here, but you need to convert it into a timestamp, which you do from new date, sorry, bracket, and okay, so you need to make it, okay, now you have dot get time. Okay, now you can see now have converted into a timestamp format. uh, okay, now we got available slot here. That means the slot is available, and in the next node we are checking that if the time exists or not. So let's say the customer say, okay, I want to book tomorrow, but it has not given us any time. That means we need to provide all the available dates here. That's why it will go to this branch, and now it can give all the slots that it find at the specific date instead of specific time. If the time is exists, now it will go there, and then it is checking that if the time is exists or not, sorry, if it's slots available or not. So what we are doing is we are getting object dot keys. That means we are looking at the first values of them, and then we are filtering that, okay, if the ID is found or not, and if it's greater than 0, that means If there is no slots, that means it is equal to 0, it will go to false branch. If it's 2, there is 1 or 2, that means it's greater than 0, and now it will go to this section. That's why we have a slots. That's why it's now giving a result. But let's say we don't have any slots in this section, there will go and say it is not available. And for availability, you can see in the result we are getting object dot values, and we are finding slot section, which is this one, and returning the slots. We are not giving, we are not pasting here because you can see we have a date and time here mentioned. That mean when you run it after next day, it will change to 31 instead of 30. That mean this will be undefined too. So we need to use this formula to get the available slot without specifying the date and time. So now you can see the chat is in, okay, we have a 3 p.m. want me to book it. If I say yes, it will move and book the appointment.